All of this is inside your mind. None of it's real. No more than a dream is. Don't you remember? You're playing a game with yourself, forgetting who you really are. But if you're ready, we can help you wake up.
Tonight we're looking at some scary glitch in the Matrix TikToks. Welcome back, family. Thank you all to the channel members for support. Yo, I love my channel members. If y'all see this video right now, remember to like it and hype it up so it gets pushed to more people. It says around 70% of you guys are not subscribed, so make sure to smash that sub button. Let's go.
Hey, I was thinking, show me your dance. What is it? What is it?
It's your nail.
My nail?
Yeah.
I'm not missing a nail.
Hey, move.
What the hell? What the? Call it a glitch in the Matrix. I ain't missing a nail.
So I read an article, and they must be right. The plants are confused, and they're flowering in October. What in the world, though? Like, that's like vibrant blue. I'm tripping.
Yo, that one was genuinely confusing, because how does a car get wrapped around a pole without actually having like an enter or exit?
These real life glitches caught on camera prove we are living in a simulation. After Pope Francis finished his televised speech, this video shows the Pope just vanishing into thin air. This truck driver swerves to avoid something, and then a woman randomly appears out of nowhere. This video shows a man's future self warning him before it's too late. And this is the crazy moment, all the players and even the referee move in the exact same motion at the same time.
A video of Michael Jackson performing a song that had never been released. The problem was Michael Jackson died in 2009. And the simulation that you're going to see is so real that people in the audience, some of them were actually offended. People in the audience could not tell that that was not the real Michael Jackson. He interacted with the other dancers, he interacted with the audience, and he looked very real. It's a beautiful example of how far this digital technology and the ability to create simulations have come. The forbidden question, is it possible that each moment of every day of our lives is actually happening inside of a simulated reality that looks and feels totally real?
What happens if you put your head inside of a particle accelerator and turn it on? Kinda like this Hot Wheels loop. Particle accelerators accelerate particles to nearly the speed of light. And this guy, Anatoly Bugorsky, was unfortunate enough to stick his head inside of one while it was on, and this is what happened to him. Scientists use these giant circular machines, also known as atom smashers, to see how subatomic particles like protons behave while traveling at the speed of light, doing tests like crashing them into each other and other complex science stuff. And yes, I said at the speed of light. Well, almost. They get it up to like 99.99999% the speed of light, because 100% is still impossible at the moment, but hey, we're getting close. They do this by accelerating subatomic particles like protons in a long circular vacuum tube that's colder than space. They start off in a smaller loop where they use electric currents from really strong batteries to get the particles moving fast, and magnets to keep the particles on a stable path as they curve through the loop to be fed back into the batteries and get even faster. This feedback loop gets them fast enough until they're fed into a bigger loop to reach even higher speeds. And they inject a second set of protons here so they could play ring around the rosy with each other and just keep getting faster. They're then fed into the final loop where the two sets of protons are accelerated in opposite directions so they could collide into each other and do science. This right here would be the Large Hadron Collider, the biggest particle accelerator in the world at 27 kilometers in circumference, where the protons traveled the entire circular distance more than 11,000 times per second. So yeah, it's fast. The LHC is in Switzerland and contains 1.8 billion kilometers of wires, enough to go the distance of not around Earth, but of Earth's entire orbit around the sun twice. Or from the Earth to the Sun and back 6 times. Anyway, so that's cool and all, but now that we know what a particle accelerator is, let's put our head inside of one. On July 13th, 1978, a scientist named Anatoly Bogorsky was working on the U-70 synchrotron particle accelerator just outside of Moscow, which is much smaller at 1.5 kilometers. But the speeds are pretty much the same. So there was an experimentation room in this lab where the accelerated protons are exposed to open air for a brief moment. And they had bare safety measures in place to make sure that no one walks in when a live beam is going. But Bogorsky showed up to the room 5 minutes earlier than he was supposed to. Somebody forgot to lock the door and the emergency light that signaled a live beam burnt out. Say hello to Murphy's Law. He enters the room and doesn't realize there's a beam of protons traveling through the open air in front of him because they're both silent and invisible. He bends over to have a look at a few monitors and accidentally puts his head directly into the beam of trillions of protons traveling basically the speed of light. That's 76 billion electron volts of energy passing through his skin, skull, brain, and out the other side. But the craziest part, he felt no pain at all. And there wasn't even a hole in his head. That's because protons are so small that they physically passed in between the empty space of the atoms in his own head. And the voltage didn't stop in his head, it just passed right through it, which is why he didn't die from 76 billion volts. All he reported was his entire field of vision being overcome with a light brighter than 1,000 suns, but a light that only he could see. This light was inside of his head. He kinda tripped out for a sec, but once he realized he was fine, he logged the experience and went home without telling anyone. But the next day his head started to swell, so he went to the doctors and they calculated the exact path the protons passed through his head in. Although he survived, in the years to come, he lost hearing in his left ear, started having episodic seizures, and the nerves on the left side of his face were destroyed, freezing his facial expression in place for the last 45 years.
Yo, I feel for him, bro. Like, I remind me of, I think, this Japanese or Chinese scientist that got hit with a bunch of radiation and just shot through his whole body, and like, he died one of the most gruesome deaths I've ever heard. And I actually made a story about that, so if you want to see it, I'm probably gonna tag it.
This is what happens when you take a high dose of. As this shows, it can change your entire reality, so do not take this substance recreationally.
When you let go.
I don't feel good. It's okay. Relax. I'm kind of freaking out. Don't be afraid. You need to relax. I can't tell what's real and what's hallucination. Why do you think there's a difference?
You're looking at it wrong. All of this is inside your mind. None of it's real. No more than a dream is. Don't you remember? You're playing a game with yourself, forgetting who you really are. But if you're ready, we can help you wake up.
Do you really think your life is just random? Do you actually believe it's real? What is this voice? Don't be afraid. I've always been here.
If you haven't had this experience, you might find things like the laughing or what the inner voice was saying a bit confusing. I'm happy to explain that in an upcoming video, but this is an example of how a high dose won't just change the world around you, it will change the world inside you. So I made this video to advocate for a reform on policies that are stopping us from scientifically researching this substance properly, as I think it could hold many secrets to how our mind and our reality work. Follow for more trippy content.
Just watching that was hella trippy. Let me know if you guys want to see more trippy videos like those. But yeah, don't do drugs, chat.
Is real.
This happens to me every day. Look, I have to grab 4 on level 3. It's right there, right? The 3rd spot down. Now, I swear to God, this happens to me every day. I park on, always on the 4th floor, but always different places. Level 4. My grab 4. Dude, this happens to me every day. Every day. Look how many spaces there are in here. On level 3, a RAV4 is always parked in the same exact space that I am. It's weird.
No. My fear is happening. My fear is happening of not being able to get to my car in a park.
So a month or two ago, my boyfriend and I were on a walk and we came across this tree house, okay? I've lived in the same house my entire life, so for 20 years. I've walked in this area a million times, I've taken pictures here, and I've never seen this tree house before. I brought it up to my parents, they've never seen the tree house. So we were like, what the heck? And we go up to the tree house, we start like poking around. Whoever's tree house this is, like, didn't want people in it, I guess. The rope ladder was like thrown up into it, so my boyfriend had to climb up to pull the rope ladder down for us to climb up in it and like poke around. I don't want to say the tree house looks 50 years old, but it's definitely not new. Like, I would have seen it before if it was here. Someone in my family would have seen it. The wood is kind of rotted and there's old, freaky, spooky toys on the floor. Like the beheaded doll in the middle of the floor. There's also like rusty tin boxes and stuff. It was just a spooky vibe, you know, never seen this thing. It's full of old, like dirty, freaky toys. So I make the joke like, LOL, what if we're in a horror movie? Like we're the only ones who can see the treehouse and it just disappears. Like we come back and it's gone. The treehouse is not there. I immediately called my dad. I'm like, remember that time I told you about that? And he was like, yeah, but I never went and looked at it. So no one has seen this treehouse except my boyfriend and I. So anyway, here is the location. That is what it looked like. And I'm fixing to go show you that spot right now. So this is where it was. It would have been between these two trees right here. In this video, you can see where it's wedged between the trees. I would have set my phone like right about here to take that video. And as you can see, there's not a treehouse. The only logical thing I can think of is someone built a treehouse with old dirty wood and then filled it with old dirty toys and then tore it down. But I think this is public land, so who would do that? Like, the city wouldn't do. If you've seen the treehouse, please message me.
What the fuck? She posted that on Friday the 13th, by the way. And I got that video sent to me so many times. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's a freaky glitch of the Matrix. She literally said that she's lived there for 20 years and has never once seen this treehouse. And the only people who did see the treehouse were her and her boyfriend. She told her family and her friends they never saw this treehouse. And then when she went back, the treehouse was gone. That's creepy, you guys. There's been some weird glitches. I also want to show you this. Where does the guy in the red come from? Look it over here. Let's play it again. I've watched this so many times, and in the comments, people are like, I have no idea. Where did he come from? He just pops up out of the blue. Anyway, I think our Matrix is glitching, or we're entering alternate universes. I mean, CERN did get turned back on, so some weird shit is happening. And we're at the end of the disintegration process, which means that anything that has happened in the past can happen again. So nothing should surprise us anymore.
Trying to open a portal. They've actually done it before. The last time was in 2016.
On July 5th, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, is restarting the Large Hadron Collider. The LHC has been in use since 2010, and it just had some updates done, and now it's firing up again. But it's not a conspiracy. They're being very clear about what they're doing. The LHC collides particles at extremely high speeds and watches what happens to see if they break apart or form new things, and that gives clues about how the universe itself and everything in it formed. It also helps us understand what the universe is composed of, including things like dark matter. But the LHC has never created a wormhole or a black hole ever. It probably never will, but if it did create a black hole, it might not be a bad thing. The black hole would be microscopic and it would disintegrate immediately, but we would learn so much about the universe. Also, black holes aren't intrinsically dangerous. It's just a massive object. They don't suck things in. Anyways, the LHC can achieve an energy that no other particle accelerators ever have before, but that doesn't even compare to what happens in nature. Cosmic rays collide with particles in the Earth's atmosphere at much greater energies, and we're fine. And nobody is trying to open a portal to another dimension. They're trying to find evidence of other dimensions, but that just means discovering new tiny little particles. You couldn't go to another dimension. And just to be clear, they've never done this yet. Nobody's ever discovered an unknown dimension. So this is all very exciting in the world of physics, but they've been doing this for a very long time and there's nothing to worry about. I promise everything's gonna be okay. CERN isn't responsible for the Mandela effect, and I don't know how people are connecting this to Beyonce or the United States economic protests. CERN isn't even in the United States.
She just says all that, then we just disappear. Like, just imagine just a big black hole just spawned out of nowhere.
It's because you're so ungrateful.
Don't eat it. Poison.
No, don't open it.
He has to open the box.
This is entirely your fault.
Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Poison. Poison.
They're here, and it's all your fault.
Oh!
No.
They know it's you. You're in
Don't
control.
open the door.
You hear that?
No, don't open it. Don't open it.
They're here, and it's all your fault.
You did it.
You should have used your mind to stop it.
Stop it. You have to take control.
Stop the door.
Hey, you all right in here? I called you. Why didn't you answer? I was like screaming, "It's Lorraine! It's Lorraine!" into the phone at the top of my lungs.
What were you watching? Do you even remember?
Did the pizza Oh! What happened here? Did you forget to take your medicine this morning? Well, you know it's not good to miss a dose. Well, it's not too late to take it now. Let's get back on track. And why are you standing here in the dark? It's a beautiful day outside. Let some sunlight in. You need to get outside and enjoy it.
Proof that we live in a simulation.
Yo, the sky is blue! And then it turned off! Yo!
I got that on camera! I got that on camera! I got that on camera!
This thing was, Feds just went that way. Feds, no like.
Alright, so my husband and I are pretty sure that we're living in a simulation. The neighborhood we moved into last year is very bizarre and things are kind of on a loop. So we've called it the loop. We're pretty sure it's a simulation and I'm going to start recording some of these things. But just for an example, I went to go get coffee this morning. It's about 10 minutes there and back for me to go get that. And when I left, I pulled out of the driveway. There was a woman who we see quite often with a stroller and a baby walking up and down the street. She was right at the end of my driveway when I left. When I got back, about 20 minutes later, she was in the same spot, moving very slowly, and I'm pretty sure it's a glitch. And when I say this lady was in the same spot, I mean she was in the same spot, not facing the other direction, coming back from like going to the end, turning around and coming back. She was still facing the same direction, going the same way, and basically in the same spot. I think I need to make this a series.
Guys, did this person just possibly catch the sun simulator on camera? All right, so it's this TikToker named As of Tomorrow. If you go to his page, he has a lot of videos of possibly catching the sun simulator in the sky. So I want you to take a look at this video, and I want you to come to your own judgment. And this is his page right here as well, and I'm also going to tag him in the video.
So I'm sure we all seen this reflection on our phones or cameras when we face it at the sun. All right. So this video was 5 years ago. My buddy, did when he launched a weather balloon up in the stratosphere. This weekend, I went to go visit him because he was going to do it again, he said. So he told me to come through. So I came through. And look what we got when we got back the camera. Look at the sun. Remember the sun, right? That last clip, how it looked? Look at it now. Check this bad boy out. What are those? All around that sun, right? I'm going to show you guys the reflection because you guys are probably going to be like, oh, it's a reflection from the lens. Yeah. Shut up. But check this out. Hear me out. All right, I think it's coming up. Where did I mark it where I could see it? Damn. Oh, and it's in slow motion because the weather balloon was going crazy spinning. It was mad windy. So right here, this is the reflection. All right, that's the reflection. Right here, it looks like it's attached, literally attached to the sun. Like, talk about blocking the sun. That shit looks legit like it's blocking the sun. Am I right or wrong? Like, they upgraded in Sun Simulator. Because I remember seeing that shit on my other reflection. But look at this pattern, right? Looks like that tube thing. Oh, shit. The next clip, y'all going to trip out. So check this out. I'm pretty sure once you guys see this, you guys are going to be convinced that it's a Sun Simulator. So Look at that little thing I circled, right? Kind of looks like a satellite. Now check this. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that pattern from NASA, right? And look at that, what I circled. What the? That's the same exact thing. That is the sun simulator. They either upgraded it on April 8th and literally, hugging the shit out of that sun. Like, is it good for it? Probably not. How do they do it? I don't know, but I know they did it on April 8th. That's the only way I could think how they did that without us noticing, right? They had to do it on April 8th. That's the whole commotion going on. God damn, dude, that's fucking legit. I think me and my friend really got a video of this sun simulator. I mean, even the sun looks different. It's not even like what it was 5 years ago. That is nuts. What do you guys think? Do you think we caught the real sun simulator and you think it's attached to the sun? Because that looks dangerous. I hope that shit doesn't blow up. I don't know how they did that. Oh, that pisses me off. Anyways, leave a comment down below.
Let me know down in the comments if you guys believe in a sun simulator, because I've never heard about that.
Yeah. Am I tripping? Ordered all the pine cones. Land straight up.
Grabbing a lemon, right? I cut it in half. And then I cut it in half once more, right there. You can see me cut it, right? I go get a bag. Okay, I grab the bag. I go back for the lemon. And I grab the lemon. And I touch it and I'm like, why is it not cut in half? And my face, I'm like,
Dude, if I'm being honest, I almost guarantee she definitely just cut the fork and just placed it on her leg.
It's hitting us.
Yeah.
What the heck?
What the? No.
Why is she frozen? Bob, I'm tripping. What the fuck?
Y'all, this man Elon just glitched in real life and this shit caught on camera, y'all. So Elon Musk was walking and there was a guy next to him, I guess, interviewing him or whatever. But then this man's brain just started malfunctioning, y'all. I'm not even trying to be funny at this point. I'm just trying to figure out what the was going through this man's brain. He was up there doing some little weird movements, y'all. People say it's the ketamine. But look at this video over my head. Let's be honest. This do not look normal, y'all. This was the same shit he was doing that day when he was at the inauguration. Y'all remember he was moving his head around and shit, and then somebody was recording him and he caught that person in the crowd and shit. The movement he was just doing, This is what it remind me of. Y'all remember this scene from Men in Black, don't y'all? That's what it remind me of. This shit crazy. This man real live moving like he in a simulation. So what y'all think? Glitch in the Matrix or something else? Or is it the ketamine? Or is it he's one of them people from Men in Black? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. This shit crazy.
I'm pretty sure they said Elon Musk has like Asperger's, right? Either that or he already put the Neuralink in his head.
Some people create scenarios in their head for fun, daydreaming about future plans, replaying conversations, or imagining what-if moments. That's normal, and most people know it's just imagination. But in psychosis, those imagined scenarios can start to feel real. The brain's reality filter blurs, and thoughts or mental images aren't recognized as just thoughts. It's not overthinking or being dramatic. It's a symptom of a mind struggling to separate imagination from actual events. Someone might become convinced a made-up event really happened, or believe it's unfolding right now. This can trigger fear, confusion, or behaviors that seem unusual to others. Psychosis can appear in conditions like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, or severe depression, and it's treatable with proper care and support. The difference between harmless daydreaming and reality blurring experiences matters, because when the mind can't tell the difference, it needs understanding, not judgment.
These two women prove we live in a matrix. So we have two mysterious women coming up to these people's front door. Watch.
It is freaking creepy. 8:41. Somebody knocks on the door. And then, hold on. Check out their outfits.
They're wearing
two different dresses from what they were wearing. It's nothing compared to what they were wearing. And we saw them. It had polka dots. They had the dresses from the
Those are two different dresses.
We literally just saw them and they were wearing... And, like, go fast forward, like, it changes color.
There's no way.
Right as soon as they get over there on our porch. What the heck is this? Is this at 8:41? Look, they said they were missionary, you know. But missionaries don't come at 9 p.m.
This has got to be a simulation.
I asked them, you know, that, you know, it's late. And they left. And they said, I'm sorry, not trying to be rude.
خش أعوذ بالله نعرف
I just had the craziest shit happen to me. I was posting a video on my Instagram stories and my reflection is doing something different than I'm doing in the video. Here's me talking on camera. Here's me in the reflection of the mirror doing something different. Let me show you the video. Look at this. Look at my reflection and look at me. My reflection is staying still while I'm clearly moving. And it's even more trippy because in my reflection, it looks like I am clearly head down, looking down, okay? My head is not looking down there, just like slightly, but not all the way like that. Second, in the reflection, I am standing in front of my painting, but in this, I'm not standing in front of my painting. It looks like I'm standing straight in front of the painting, where here I am standing at an angle. What the hell? This was so trippy. When I saw it, I kept playing it over and over and over, and everybody that I've shown it to keeps playing it over and over because they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, yeah. Somebody asked me, what does this mean? It means that all realities are happening at once. okay? You guys know that I have a ton of glitches in the Matrix that happen to me all the time, and every time I post about it, everybody's like, you're crazy, it's this, it's that, it's this and that. Y'all are gonna keep finding excuses. I don't care. Live a boring, logical life. I'm having a fun life over here. This happened right before I went out to dinner. And tell me why at dinner, it just so happened that I got a menu where the appetizer that I usually get that's $9.90 said $6.75. I'm sorry, what? And it was an up-to-date menu because it had the February specials on it, and it's only February 3rd. So when the check came and it said $9.90, I said, hey, your menu says $6.75. 2 people came over and were so confused. They don't understand how it happened, but guess what? They had to honor it. We're timeline jumping, we're portal jumping. A lot of people will tell you, don't put a mirror facing another mirror because it creates portals. Yeah, that's why I do it. I do it on purpose because I want to portal jump all the time. Clearly, some glitch happened here right before I went to dinner that made me the lucky winner of $3 off my appetizer randomly because of a typo on a menu that nobody else in the restaurant had. Just me, just me. What is going on, y'all? We are shifting timelines and realities like crazy. Portal jumping, timeline jumping, quantum jumping every single second of every day. This right here is a clear example. What a cool time to be alive. The fact that we can literally witness this happen because the veil is gone.
I feel like mirrors could potentially be like portals or like different dimensions or whatever. But you know what is really weird? If you look in the mirror for like at least 5 to 10 minutes straight, like you low-key start to hallucinate. It's actually kind of strange.
Did you know if you take mushrooms, you can actually see the world's binaural code? Patients on psilocybin weren't just hallucinating. They were seeing identical patterns. Digital grids stitched through walls, faces pixelating into glowing fractals, wallpaper folding into matrix-like symbols. Objects would buffer like reality was rendering in real time. One subject described touching the pattern and watching it respond like software, small changes cascading into massive distortions. Memory fragments replayed like cached files, looping endlessly. What terrified researchers wasn't the visions themselves, but their consistency. Thousands of strangers across decades reported seeing the exact same code, the same digital lattice, the same glitching faces, the same buffering reality. Strassman's final report raised a chilling question. If multiple people can perceive identical underlying patterns, what does that suggest about our reality? Once you've seen the seams, you can't unknow the possibility that your life is someone else's program.
Don't do drugs.
Tell us about CERN.
So the Large Hadron Particle Collider in Switzerland is this large circle where they're basically trying to create antimatter. They're trying to harness the God particle. There's a huge statue of Shiva the Destroyer outside of the center, and there have been some incredibly dark things witnessed at this space. There have been some people that have caught footage of them doing something that at a minimum looks like a reenactment of a human sacrifice. I don't know why you would do such a thing. Like, this all took place right in front of the Shiva the Destroyer statue. There have been many people that have come forward that basically said when this particle collider is turned on, it actually pairs the fibers of our space-time, and it's created kind of these parallel fractures in our timeline. There are also people that really believe that what they're trying to do is create a portal to unleash the demons, the spirits of the Nephilim, to basically let them come out of the gates of hell. They're using technology, something that we would perceive physically, to actually allow a portal for something multidimensional. That's all on the road to something that we won't be able to come back from if we're not careful.
True Stories of Simulation Glitches Part 3. This person was 10 years old driving to the beach with their aunt and a couple of friends. They had taken 2 cars. During the drive, they had to take a very sharp turn. Right after, they heard a voice in the car laugh and say, "Sharp bend, And the driver slammed on the brakes. They noticed at the same time the other car also stopped. The other driver asked, "Did you hear that voice?" They both heard it and to this day cannot explain what happened. Follow for more.
These are some times where there was a glitch in the simulation and made me think, wow, we are The Matrix. This is a little bit of a fun video today, as I've been working all day on my YouTube video coming out later. Okay, let's do this. What the fuck? Oh yeah, mate, just turn up your render distance, eh? My brain is confused. Couldn't agree more. I like my buildings like I like my pancakes. Flat! Right, who's getting fired? Ricky! Just casually 4 seasons out this bloke's window. Fam! This isn't Doctor Strange's fucking wardrobe. What is happening? But, why? This brings a whole new meaning to going undercover. Right, okay, who broke life? While we're here, gold at the end of every rainbow. I see a fat ton of rainbows. Be the fat ton of gold. Nah, put the world in some rice. We broke it. All this makes me think, could we be in a simulation? I need to come to nightmares.
That flat building reminded me of this building in the city that I saw that was lean. It was literally like, I was like, yo, our city's supposed to be lean? And then I remember there's literally a leaning tower of Pisa. So I guess it's possible.
Thank you all for watching this here video.